comes with is just your main hook here. You can actually run this through a pulley system by attaching it to the wall here instead, and then going up and over and having the pulley be at the top and come down. So we're not going to do that. We're going to just use the regular hoist, and we're not going to use this because we're not going off of the wall, we're going off the ceiling. Now, all you got to do is just make sure, I should have mentioned this earlier, but make sure that you have an outlet close by that you can plug into, okay? This cord should be long enough to be able to reach to our other side over here. It's only about, 5-6 feet away, so there's plenty of cord there for us to be able to come over and plug into that. So, just to make sure we don't short ourselves, I'm gonna mount it on the little bit further end over here just because we're backing a Jeep here and she can't back in all the way. We're gonna bring it out a little bit so that she can get underneath it. So, first thing you need to do on the bottom of this, you've got 4 bolt holes here. There's where you're gonna mount the bracket. So, we'll take our bolts and our brackets, and we're gonna go ahead and just stick those on there like this. These got lock washers on it. If yours don't have lock washers, make sure you've got lock washers on this. And these bolts should come with your set, so this should go right in. Looks like this one's binding a little bit because of the paint. That red paint they put on there, right? Make it look sweet. Okay, so I believe these are a little bit smaller bolts than the lag bolts I got, so it's gonna be different size. So these ones appear to be, let's see, that's 13, 14, yeah, it's a 13 millimeter instead of the 14 they use for the lag bolts. I'm gonna put that on my attachment here, on my impact. You can see here, don't over tighten, go down to snug, and then we'll go around and tighten them up. Just tighten them up. That should be plenty. You don't want to strip these out. All right, so I'm gonna hook on my other 14 millimeter to get ready for my other lag bolt. Okay. Now I'm gonna bring the slider back over here. I'm gonna bring you back up so you can see me. There we go. And you'll take this guy up here, make sure not to drop it. And since we're going to be coming forward a little bit, we want this hoist to be on this side. It doesn't really matter, you can choose wherever. I have the cords coming to the back because the cords are going over here to this outlet over here. So I'm going to slide this on like that. I'm going to slide clear over for now because that's where the weight is, so that lag bolt can hold it while I get the other lag bolt on. Okay, so before I fully cinch it down, I'm going to put this lag bolt in, get it started. Okay, so now that it's up in there, I can now slide this wherever I want it, right? That's the great thing about these. You can move them wherever you want. So if we feel like we need to come back a little bit more or forward a little more, that's the benefit of having a little bit longer tubing. You can adjust this where you want it. So for now, we're going to come back. Let's see. She's probably going to be more like right there. I'm going to go ahead and tighten that up. And as you do this for the first time, You'll know if you're too far back or you go back a little further or forward a little bit. You can adjust it. There, nice and solid. Tight. So I like it. Okay. All right. Now, this actually was a little shorter than I expected, but I think we're still going to be able to make it. How do you think, Steve?
Yeah.
I think we'll make it. So we're going to go over and plug this guy in. Just bring you over here so you can see me. Ooh, that's a little short actually. So luckily for us, we got plenty of slack. We can move that back a little bit. Probably a good idea to measure your cord beforehand so that you know, so that you know how long length you need. And we can always move that bolt over here if we have to. Down a little bit more. Back this way. So we're probably going to have to take this off, put this back up in. We're going to need to move this bolt over a little bit. So I'm going to draw me another pilot hole. Here. Yeah. Go. Before we stitch it up, we're going to check, see if we can plug in over there. Perfect. And we can always come back a little bit more, but I think that's enough out of the way. Just so there's not strain on the cord, we're going to bring it just a little more. There we go. Perfect. What do you think, Steve? Good. All right. Now it's time to cinch it back up. Now, if Steve here wants to, we could always put an extension cord on it, which is not a big deal, and move it back if we have to move it back a little further, which I still think we're within range here, so if we have to move it, we will.